You think you know what is real and what isn't. What is light? What is dark?
Did you ever imagine that you will come back to this character?
No, I didn't. I know for years the fans have been wanting this, you know, and everywhere I go, people say, oh, we love the movie. When are you going to do some more? We showed it to our kids who love it as well. And so this is for their kids, I suppose. The kids now, this is what the series is for. I never thought we'd come back and revisit. It's something I wanted to do because, you know, being 17 when you make a film, you know, you're relatively inexperienced, quite young. You have no life experience either. But now at 52, I have a lot more life experience behind me and also a lot more acting experience. So I leaned into that for the film and brought all of those qualities to the character as I played him in the series.
And did the old memories return when you step into the shoes of Willow, put the jacket on?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as I wore the blue tunic, which was kind of recreated for the series, and the long hair again, and I was like, yeah, he's back. This is Willow. I remember this guy. And something Ron Howard said to me before we started shooting the series, he said, when you made the film, you had great instincts. He said, I want you to go with those on the series again. Whatever the director tells you, just go with your instincts. You know this character better than anyone. And that was great advice because that's what I did.
And having their interviews today, I can spill that many people, actually, when they saw you in the costume, they were thinking about you as Willow, not an actor, but a real character standing in front of them. Did you feel this tension as well?
Yeah, I mean, when I first went onto set, you know, in the whole kind of costume and wig, etc., you know, I did feel a little bit like that. You know, this is a kind of one of those characters, dare I say myself, is a kind of an iconic kind of character in a sense that, you know, is part of popular culture now. And so, you know, when somebody is kind of face to face with him in a real situation, it can be quite overwhelming. You know, we had people visit the set who were also as overwhelmed, and many of the crew had either relatives or had worked on the film themselves and were equally as kind of emotional about the whole thing. It was, you know, it was an emotional experience.
So it was a time machine for some of them, actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what was the feeling to come back to this franchise without Val Kilmer? How did you react knowing that this journey has to be without him, that you cannot stay and say, all right, without him, we're not doing it?
Well, I mean, there wasn't a day went by with it that, not a day went by when I didn't think about Val and John Kasdan, the writer. We all would often talk about Val and the fact that we missed him a lot. You know, when I had scenes with Joanne, we'd talk about Val, and he was greatly missed on the series, really was very much missed.
And right now, when you see how many fans this movie had, how many fans are waiting for the Willow when they saw the trailer on the Star Wars celebration, do you think you will stay with this character longer, or we will have to wait for another chapter of his journey?
I think we've got to wait and see what happens. I mean, John Kasdan is so prolific in his writing. He's already generating ideas, talking about kind of possible directions that we could take this in. And, you know, for me, I think there's more to explore, certainly. And now I've kind of dipped my feet back into the world of Willow. I'm excited to kind of go back for more. Really cool. And we've got to wait and see how the audience react to it. But so far, you know, wherever I've been going throughout the UK at the moment, people know the series is coming and are so excited for it. They're like, I can't wait for this series. People who you least expect to be excited about this are, you know, subscribing to Disney Plus, and they're ready for it. They're anticipating the date.
Yeah, because Willow, for example, for me was this Lord of the Rings tone. You know, it's something that settled me for fantasy movie and fantasy genre in general when I saw it. And you're talking a guy from Poland, so you can see how far did it go in the 80s and 90s.
No, it's amazing how far-reaching the film was in the sense. I don't think I realized at the time, but, you know, since then, you know, the advent of VHS and then DVD allowed the film to kind of spread and become part of popular culture all over the world.
And my last question is, did you take anything from the set as a souvenir then and now?
Well, you know what? I do have Willow's wand. I have it in a boxed frame on my office wall. So that's a really lovely souvenir to have. What else have I got? I've also got some brownie arrows. Literally, I've got a proper pointy tip that were stuck into my clothing when I was being attacked by the brownies. From the actual series, I have no souvenirs whatsoever. I didn't get a wand, my magical staff, nothing.
Why? Why? They didn't let you? Come on, you're
I
Willow.
don't know. Maybe they're saving it for another series. Who knows? But all these things have kind of a value and are put in archive and preserved. So, but yeah, if I'd have been given my wand from Harry Potter, I would have a nice collection of wands by now.